Was just testing out to see if the audio is working all right. I would hardly call my voice buttery smooth. But hey. Everyone is different, I guess. Well, that would explain why my audio is raping my ears. I had turned off I turned up the speakers in my room, which I plugged my headphones directly into. Sound like ass. Equal request instead of question? Did you already request it? Personally, I wasn't interested. I haven't received any redemptions yet, so... If I see the redemption pop up, I'll refund it to you. Last stream. I've already accepted that. It's a little late to stream. Outside of work in the afternoon, I got nothing going tomorrow. It all depends on how long I decide to stream. I don't think I'll be streaming too long tonight. I'm not exactly going to be playing War Thunder, so... I wasn't playing with anybody. That was just my brother needing to use the printer. Talk about the new 264. I mean, it's not a new vehicle. It's like the BV modification has been in the files since the last patch. They've only just decided to introduce it now. And it's not a new vehicle entirely on its own. It's just a modification that you research on the T64 that they're going to be adding. So it's nothing new. I didn't think that it was worth making a devblog chats video about, personally. I don't expect many people to be watching this stream, honestly, because this is not... Well, it's something that's similar, but it's not the normal... 3 a.m. Got school tomorrow. Oh boy. Steel yeets. Jesus Christ. Immediately closed War Thunder. Okay. Hello. Switch over here to Steel Beast. I think to warm up first, we're gonna do some gunnery training. Or not gunnery training, some tank range training. So I think we'll do an M1A1. Yeah, the spooky light on my head. This is for my TrackIR. This is for my head tracking. So as I move my head around, these 3 infrared lights will be picked up by a receiver on my monitor. So never mind these. Just ignore the fact that they're there. Dev blogs and calling it videos. I think it's lazy. It's why I don't do it. And it's why I when I do my dev blogs, when I do my devlog chats, I try to do something not only a more creative, but also try and present some actual decent information that you may not know. But yeah. Okay. So we're doing, we're just going to do a quick gunnery test. This is, what's it called? It's basically destroy 10 targets as fast as they appear. So, we're just going to see how quickly I can hit the targets with an M1A1. So, alright. Going to his primary sight. Safety's off. Stable loaded.
Gunner, stable tank.
Alright. And
Target. Tag. Fire.
oh, there's the tank. Wondering what that was. Nah, just over him.
Re-engage. Fire. Target.
That hit him. Been a while since I've used the M1A1. The M1A2's gunnery system, it doesn't lag behind it. Like, you see how it's lagging? It doesn't lag behind that, so... Whoa.
Fire. Fire heat.
Jesus. What the fuck? Ah.
Re-engage. Fire. Short.
Shit.
Re-engage. Fire.
There we go. That looks good. If you don't switch ammunition, then you get rounds falling really, really short or going way hot. Hey. Alright. Probably gonna want to fire Sabo after this.
Fire Sable.
Yep. Oh, come on. Oh, it's probably because I switched to save our site.
Fire. Target. Up. Tank. Up. Fire. Target.
Get him.
Up. Up. Tank.
There we go.
Up. Fire. Target.
I think that skipped off the back of his engine deck, honestly.
Up.
Let's hit him again. There we go. That's what I'm talking about.
Tank. Up.
Now look at him.
Fire. Target.
Oh yeah, he blew up real good.
Up.
Only 3 more targets.
Gunner, Sabo, PC. Fire, fire, heat. Target. Heat up. Heat up. PC.
Jesus.
Fire. Target.
Nailed him.
Heat up.
Yeah, M1A1 is a little bit trickier to use than M1A2. M1A2 is a bit of a point-and-click
Gunner,
adventure game.
PC.
Oh, jeez. Come on, hit him, hit him, hit him, hit him. Oh, fuck.
Re-engage.
Come on, come on, come on. Oh, Jesus.
Re-engage. Fire. Over. Re-engage. Fire. Short.
Jesus Christ.
Re-engage.
Hitting this guy with heat is not
Over.
easy with this gun sight.
Re-engage. Fire.
Nope, I think that's a little bit too far ahead of him. Yep.
Short. Re-engage.
There we go. Jesus.
Heat up.
Not a great score, 79 out of 100. I mean, still technically passing, but that was a hit percentage of 64%. That was pitiful. It's a good thing I went back and did this. Do you think War Thunder could add thermal sights? I think they already said that they were experimenting with it on their alpha server. But I think it's entirely possible. The question is whether or not Gaijin will implement it. It depends on whether or not Gaijin wants to implement a fire control system for the higher tier vehicles. Because if they do, that is really what sets a lot of these modern tanks apart, is their advanced fire control systems. Let's try this again. I want to get a better score, and then we'll run a scenario. See how poorly I do. Like to play that nation? No, I'd say that Germany is doing about as well as everybody else is. Top tier, they're pretty dang good. The Leopard 2K is far from bad. I'd say it's way better than Challenger. APZ-70 and the MBT-70 though both struggle They both struggle quite a bit right now. Cheers? I'm not sure. I haven't done anything. Run out? I have no idea, man. You're gonna have to purchase more, I think. Alright, let's try this again.
Gunner, Sabo tank. Fire. Target.
Holy shit, that was a big explosion.
Up. PC. Fire, fire, heat. Target. Heat up. PC. Fire.
Oh, shit.
Re-engage. Heat up. Fire.
That looks good. Yeah,
Target.
nailed him.
Heat up.
So you got a heat round loaded. That's the thing you do have to be careful with, the M1 and the M1A1 and the M1A2, is that...
Gunner, heat, PC. Fire.
Oops. Ah, shit.
Re-engage. Fire.
That's good. Yeah. Yeah, that's something you have to be careful of when using the M1A1 as opposed to M1A2. And M1A2, I'm sorry. Is that they don't tell... The fire control system does not tell you what round it has in the chamber. So you have to keep track of that.
PC. Fire.
Holy shit.
Short. Re-engage. Fire. Target. PC. Fire. Short.
Nope.
Re-engage. Fire. Target.
Oh, hit him.
Tank.
I'll tell you the round. It's just something that... It's just a quirk about the U.S. fire control system that you just have to, You just have to get used to it.
Target. Signal up.
Don't bleed.
PC. Fire, fire, heat.
Nope.
Re-engage. Fire.
Oh, fuck. Got heat rounds loaded now.
Re-engage. Fire.
But yeah, if you don't select the right round in the fire control system, it will do what it just did previously. Where it will drop the round shorter or fire the round way high. Because the fire control system thinks, oh, he has a heat round in the tube, even though you have a Sabo round. Because you have to manually select which ammunition type you're going to use.
Target.
Um,
Signal up.
and if you don't select the right ammunition type for the fire control system,
Fire, fire, heat.
then, well, you get problems. That's something that the Leopard 2 fire control system does do. It tells you whether or not it's a heat round or an AP round, or a fin round in the tube. Alright. Let's do a Bradley real quick, and then we'll, run this scenario. Have less hit percentage. Probably because I fired fewer rounds. The last one I fired like 28, the one before it I fired like 28 rounds. I've only got missiles, huh? Oh, interesting.
Gunner missile tank. Fire.
Why can't I fire? I have to... Hold on. Hold up. Options... File... Why can't I access my controls? Hold up. Oops. Controls... To... Ah. Why is the M2A2 not allowing me to fire? Show T-72, T-80, T-90. I believe the only Soviet vehicle in this game that has an interior fully modeled is the T-72 M1, which I can show. Alright, let's... By the way, here's a Bradley.
Gunner Saitek PC. Fire. Target. Target. PC. Fire. Target.
Miss on the tank range, you only have to hit the targets, not necessarily completely destroy them.
PC. Fire.
Oh, I see now. Jesus Christ.
Target.
There we go. Fuck you, BMP.
Gunner Saitek PC. Fire.
Why no missiles? Because why use missiles if the autocannon will do just fine against the target like that? Missiles cost money, man.
PC. Fire.
Jesus.
Target. Gunner, HE truck, fire.
Oh, this poor truck. Oh, jeez. Whoa.
Target.
Not gonna lie, I'm not used to this fire control system.
Gunner, Sabo PC. Fire.
My god, the rounds are coming down nearly vertical for him. Jesus fucking Christ. This is not easy, by the way.
Target.
Jesus Christ, I had to fire so many rounds to hit this damn bastard. Fuck you. I hit him with a missile. Do I not even have a missile?
Tank. Fire.
Hang on. Grenade launcher. The fuck is the missile again?
There he is.
Yeah, it's not so much that, it's just I would like to fire the missile, but your missile system does not appear to be functional. It's like, thanks. Alright, so into A2. I mean, it would be nice to at least know how to fucking fire these things. Because with the autocannon, it's just, you lace the target, you pull the trigger. But with the missiles, there's something else that I have to do that I've either forgotten how to do, or whatever. Whether that mean, whether it's something like I have to raise the missile launcher or something, I don't know. Rangefinder. In the home key. Okay. Gunner must raise launcher shift Q. Okay, well that would have been nice to know. So, shift Q.
Gunner, missile, tank, fire.
Fuck.
Short. Re-engage. Fire.
Just gotta keep the pipper on the target.
Target.
Holy crap, that was a long time. Oh, hang on a second, hang on a second. Hold up. If only War Thunder. That's for that big. Oh, I agree. The T-14 Armada can beat the M1A2? I think it's totally possible. But I think it's also entirely possible that the M1A2 will be able to crush it. Will be able to beat anything on the modern battlefield. And while the T-14 is definitely the most modern tank design, it does not mean that it is the most effective tank design. The T-14 is extremely lightweight for what it is. And I can't imagine, and with the form factor on that turret, I don't see any way for the Russians to be able to heavily, how can I put this? Heavily armor that turret. Also, the Russians rely a lot on ERA and non-explosive ERA, or non-explosive reactive armor, in order to defeat incoming munitions, and so that stuff will only help you for a short while. Uh... 70 rounds, the HE box has a capacity of 230 rounds. The class machine gun has an 800 round capacity. 30 box that sits to the right of the commander. It is connected to the machine gun feed sheet as well. You'd like together, then placed in the boxes. The boxes must be closed. Turret traverse back to the front. Depending on how much ammo is left in the ready box, reload the chutes and the forward ammo into the feeder. This may take some time. Traverse to the 11 o'clock. Launcher must be elevated. Do it. There we go. Excuse me as I scramble frantically to figure out what the fuck I'm supposed to do.
Fire.
Nope.
Fire.
Okay, yeah, this isn't working. In the words of Gabe Newell, this isn't working. Yeah, that'll be something that I'll just have to work on my own time, I think. Liberate the town of Donetsk. See what other scenarios we got. Classics. Battle area, act according to the enemy intent. Alright, let's try this. 1M2A2 Bradley platoon. Charlie Reserve is an M1 Abrams platoon and one Bradley platoon. I've got 6 platoons? Yeah, I've got... Yeah. I think that's 6 platoons. The SCS for the original M1? I haven't tried it because I haven't been able to. I think the difference here is minimal between the two. I don't think when it says M1 there, I'm not sure if it means the 105mm M1 or what. I haven't because there's no tutorial for the standard M1. It may be in the game, but there's no tutorial for it. So I don't want to use something that I'm completely unfamiliar with. Hey, Rad Gamer.
Was too slow to buy your food, but hey, here is $40.
Holy shit, thanks, man.
NGL not being a total scrub in Steel Beasts.
Hey, Rad Gamer, you are awesome, man. Just in general. Don't worry about food. I actually already ate tonight, so I should have turned that off. My bad. But holy shit, man, you are generous as always, and I can't thank you enough. Words simply fail me. Alright. I must use intelligence templates. Oh god. I feel like this is way I feel like I'm way out of my league here, honestly. Yeah, actually I think I'm just gonna do something simpler. I haven't played much Steel Beast in the last few weeks. I think what I've got to do is I've got to go through something like an operation with a buddy. Somebody who actually knows what they're doing when it comes to this game. However, we can do some instant actions, so I guess we can just try out some of these other vehicles. I know some people wanted to see the T-72M1. Alright, let's see here. Just eats the $40. Not your buddy guy. Will I twerk for 60? Probably not. But hey, I'll take the $60. So yeah, 2A46 utilize separate loading rounds. Two rounds of ammunition, 2 plane stabilizer. Turn into Sex's tutorials. Control unit, Range input unit BVD, power supply, range measurement unit, electronics unit, parallelogram drive. Okay. Actually, I'm gonna pause the TrackIR so we can look around the interior. Unfortunately, there's no real loading animation for the autoloader, which is really disappointing, honestly. As you can see, here is basically what a T72M looks like. Oops. I believe that's the night sight, I believe. This is used with your thermal imaging. Yeah, oh, this is the infrared sight, I'm sorry. So you'd have to equip thermal imaging equipment in order to use it. We got ammo behind me. Can't see directly behind me, but there is ammo there. I believe that is a charge? I believe. Yeah, Abrams is, let's put it this way, it's not very, it's not very, roomy. As far as I can tell, there's only one magnification for the sight. So yeah, you can hear it going, but there's no animation, and you can see how it just like lifts up when it's done. Centurion. So yeah, the gun fired, and it just drops down like that. Really disappointing. Oops. I believe Omega Biscuit, you just post a link. And it should automatically embed the image in the chat. Take you to learn from that game? Here's the thing, I'm still learning. The thing... You kind of have to find the vehicle... You kind of have to take a vehicle and specialize yourself in it, and, like, learn everything about that vehicle that you need to know. I am not very familiar with the T72M1, and once you figure it out, I can't imagine the game is very hard... The game itself isn't particularly difficult, it's just that it's very complicated. I mean, I could sit on this firing range all day, but if I really want to actually do anything, then that's going to be a different story. I'm pretty sure that one just got absorbed by the tracks. AOB. Oh yeah, that's the front ammo rack going. And yes, the turrets do fly that high. If only they flew that high in War Thunder, seriously. Now one downside about this autoloader is that you have to manually tell it to load. So you fire around... So I'll fire around at this thing. And I've got to tell it pretty much immediately to reload if I want the fastest reload possible. But yeah. P72 nowhere near as fast as an M1, as far as reloading is concerned. Challenger is also a bit of a nightmare. I don't think they have a tutorial for Challenger 2. Or they do. I'm sorry. Shabugity 1945 is on fire. Indeed. So yeah, Challenger 2 is a bit of a mess as well. The thing is about Challenger 2 is that it has some good ideas behind it. The problem is that Challenger 2 is basically everything you do with the Challenger 2's gun sight is automatic. Your ammunition selection is automatic. Your target leading is automatic. All of that stuff is automatic, which sounds great in practice. The problem is that it takes forever for the computer to figure out what it's doing. So the proper way to aim and shoot moving targets with Challenger 2 is to steadily track the target for about 1.5 seconds and then laze the target. Allow the turret to adjust after lasing, since lead is now being added. Easing the reticle back to the target center of mass as needed. So yeah. Oh, also, I can't fire the gun unless I go to high magnification. For some reason or another. Whoa. Okay.
Fire, Sabo.
Oh yeah, I remember now. I remember why I didn't like this thing beforehand. Because it also lasers the target automatically for you. Which again, sounds good in practice, but it's extremely awkward to do. Oh yeah, also the half of the what's it called?
Fire.
Oh god, what does it want me to shoot at now? Half of the thermal sight is looking into the fucking sky for some reason.
Short. Re-engage. Fire. Short.
Okay, how the fuck was that short?
Re-engage.
Oh, hang on a second. I think I know what it's doing. Come on. By the way, if you're ever gonna get Steel Beasts, I highly recommend having a joystick. Which is what I'm using. I'm using a Saitek X52 joystick. You don't necessarily need a HOTAS system like a Saitek, you just need a joystick. Come on. Yeah. The problem is that it's, for whatever fucking reason, it binds the, Challenger 2's, what's it called? Laser rangefinder to the thermal optics for some reason. Okay. Did I play World of Tanks? For a short period of time. Like, the thing is, I could never get into World of Tanks. I never truly enjoyed it. I couldn't get into it. I was really young when I played it. Yeah, right, Tip, I saw your, what's it called, comment regarding Deadpool 2. I've heard good things about it. I saw the first Deadpool, and that was fucking hilarious. If the first Deadpool is anything like the second one, then I'll have to go see it.
Gunner, heat,
Okay. Okay, let's see how this goes.
Tank. Fire, fire, Sabo.
For fuck's sake.
Re-engage. Sabo up.
Laser is
Target.
yeah. Laser was hitting the trees, causing the round fall short.
Fire, fire, heat. PC. Fire, fire. Target. Re-engage. Fire.
See.
Target. Tank. Fire, fire, Sabo. Short. Re-engage. Fire. Target. Re-engage. Fire. Target. PC. Fire, fire, heat. Target.
It's accurate.
PC. Fire.
Nope.
Over. Re-engage. Fire.
Hang on a second. Nope.
Over. Re-engage. Fire. Target.
Oh yeah, that hit him.
Ceasefire.
Yeah, I'm not too much of a fan of the Challenger 2's fire control system. Maybe because I'm just not used to it. Not trying to be anti-English or anything. It's just that I don't know. It's definitely not what I'm. It's definitely not what I've worked the most with. What tank was I using? I was using Challenger 2 right there. Let's try a survival mission, because I know that'll work. That's... okay. You can zoom into a pretty ridiculous degree with the M1A2.
Gunner, Sabo, tank, fire!
T-55 lurking behind these bushes right here.
Short! Re-engage!
Damn.
Ah! Fire!
Yeah.
Re-engage! Ah! Fire! Target!
Hit him, but
Re-engage! Ah! Over!
oh, it's a T-72. I gotta take him out
Ah!
first.
Fire!
Oh, incoming.
Target!
Ooh, that didn't look good.
Tank! Ah!
I'm gonna just shoot him again, just to be safe.
Over!
That was not over. That was right on him.
Re-engage! Ah! Fire! Target!
Okay, yeah, that nailed him.
Tank! Ah! Fire! Over! Re-engage! Ah! Fire!
Difficult to hit these guys when they're in
Fire,
defilade like this.
Fire! Target!
Definitely hit him.
PC! Ah! Fire, fire! Short! Re-engage! Ah! Fire! Short! Re-engage! Ah! Over! Ah! Re-engage! Over!
Jesus, what the fuck?
Re-engage! Fire, fire, Sabo! Over! Sabo up! Re-engage! Fire! Short!
Damn it. These bushes are blocking the laser. So when I'm ending up, I'm continuously lasing the bushes rather than lasing the tanks.
Re-engage! Ah! Fire! Over!
Damn it.
Re-engage! Ah!
Ow. Asshats. Who's the motherfucker that shot me? Oh, yeah, it's you. Of course it's you.
Ah! Ah! Ah!
Oh god.
Ah!
Damn it.
Ah! Ah! Ah!
Oh my god, he just knocked out my thermal imaging sight and my main gun sight. Fantastic. Oh, that's not good. Jesus Christ, I couldn't fucking see anything behind these, behind this, behind all the grass. I think it was just way too low. The ground, it was blocking my laser. So every time I tried to laze something, it was picking up the fucking grass in front of my face. Rather than lasing the tank.
Loaded, ready, stable, loaded. Gunner, stable, tank. Fire!
I don't have a good shot on this guy.
Target!
That hit him.
Re-engage!
Doesn't look like it did anything though.
Target!
Oh, that hit him. Oh, that sent his dirt flying.
PC! Fire, fire, heat.
Oh, that's a missile. He just tried to fire a missile at me.
Up!
I don't know if you guys saw the spindly thingy flying at me. That was definitely a missile. Gonna play War Thunder? Probably not tonight. Tonight I'm taking a break.
Fire, fire, stable.
Been playing a lot of War Thunder all week, and well, even I need a break. For fuck's sake.
Short! Re-engage! Stable up!
Impat.
Fire, fire, heat. Short! Re-engage! Stop! Fire! Target!
Oof.
Tank! Fire, fire, stable. Short! Re-engage! Stable up! Fire! Short! Re-engage! Up! Fire, fire! Short!
For fuck's sake.
Re-engage! Up! Fire, fire, stable. Short!
Why are you fucking loading heat?
Stable up! Fire! Target!
This commander is retarded.
Re-engage! Fire adjust. Fire adjust.
No one coming.
Fire! Target!
Okay. Yeah, a bad day.
Tank! Truck! Fire, fire, heat. PC! Tank!
Okay, what the
Fire,
fuck else
fire,
is shooting at me?
Over! Re-engage! Fire! Truck! Target! Truck! Fire! PC!
Holy bejesus.
Up! Up!
Oh yeah, that got him.
Up!
for fuck's sake.
Up!
Okay.
Up!
Fuck. Axel just knocked out the stabilization. Why can't he back up?
Target! Up!
Oh no, I'm down to standard sights now.
Straighten her up!
Oh. Damn. I'm not gonna lie, it's difficult. Taking a swig of beer every time I miss a shot. Well, prepare to be drunk pretty quick, because I am pretty incompetent when it comes to actually hitting what I'm aiming at. My beautiful abrooms! I don't remember. Oof. Okay, how long have we been going here? Let's see. Uptime. 1 hour, 12 minutes, 7 seconds. Come on. Let's see. Hard AS1. Sudsvan 122. Leopard's FCS similar to the Abrams? Yeah, it's pretty similar. The major difference is that when you're leading a target, you have to press another button, which is called the dynamic lead. I think it's called the dynamic lead button, and you hold that down, and as you're leading a target, or as you're tracking a target with your main gun or with your gun sight, and that allows you to, and that automatically applies lead to whatever you're shooting at. The thing is, the Leopard 2's stabilize. The Leopard 2 doesn't technically actually have a stabilizer in the normal sense. It actually keeps the gun stable by the elevation mechanism making micro adjustments. Because the FCS says the gun should be pointing at X or Y point, and the FCS sends signals to the elevation mechanism to make these tiny micro adjustments to keep the Leopard 2's gun on target. And while if the gun is not pointing directly at that, at that specific point, then the FCS will not allow the gun to fire. But functionally speaking, it's stabilized. So yeah, let's do a tank range. Upper 2A5. Ever tried out Elite? Elite Dangerous? Yeah, I played Elite Dangerous a long time ago. A very long time ago. I kind of stopped playing it because I realized the time commitment that I would have to put into it was just way outside of what I was comfortable with doing. Not because it was a bad... I stopped playing it not because it was a bad game, but because I felt that with what I wanted to do, I wasn't going to get anywhere. So, it was either sit there and do trade route after trade route after trade route after trade route, or go out and do something that would take me weeks and weeks to do. So... yeah, here is the, oh boy. Here is, pause it. Here's the Leopard 2's gunner seat. Or this is what the Leopard 2A5 looks like, actually. Oops. Main gun sight. So you can see the, so you see the F changing there to that O a little bit. That's the fire control system telling me that the gun is not quite aligned with what I'm shooting at. There we go. Blew his track off.
PC. Fire heat. Over.
Didn't laze the target beforehand. That might help.
Fire. Target.
Something else that's actually kind of nice is that this fire control system does tell you what ammunition you have loaded.
Fire Sabo. Target.
That blatant spawn though.
Fire.
Guys, is this spawn camping?
Target.
Is this spawn camping or is this still spawn pushing? Get Velocity Nova? No, I've not played.
Tank. Fire.
I'm not really into space sims. It's not something that attracts my interest all that much. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, that was a pretty good shot. Leo has a recoil guard. Yeah, it's a massive recoil guard that goes all the way back there. Like you were completely separated from that half of the tank. Yeah, real people. Shit, we're spawn camping. We should let up on them.
PC. Fire heat. Target.
looks like spawn camping to me.
Gunner, heat, PC. Fire. Target.
Honestly, I'm finding that Leopard 2A5's fire control system is actually easier to use. Yeah, I saw the trailer for the upcoming Warhammer 2 DLC. The problem is that they're for two factions that I don't even really play all that much, so I'm kind of debating as to whether or not I really want to spend the money on them. I find the High Elves and the Dark Elves incredibly boring as a faction. It feels so bland.
PC.
I really enjoyed Tomb Kings. Tomb Kings I absolutely loved. That was a lot of fun.
Target.
But yeah, the High and Dark Elves, they felt like more magical human factions, honestly, to me. Like I didn't get this air of superiority that I felt they should have. I felt that they were a little bit too squishy for my taste. I mean, then again, I think in the lore, like in the on the tabletop, they're all super squishy in general. So I guess in that respect, it makes sense. But they're a little bit too squishy of a faction for my personal taste. I like my factions to have a little bit of meat to them, and a big knockout punch rather than a. I'll put it this way: I prefer a large blunt object as opposed to a scalpel. And the High Elves and Dark Elves are scalpels, whereas say Lizardmen or what's it called, or Tomb Kings are like blunt objects. Tomb Kings are pretty simple in the way they play. It's you have a front line of really crap infantry that with really high melee defense that holds the line while you send in the monsters to do all the hard work. I never got the impression that their heavy infantry was really all that heavy. Yes, the Sword Masters of Hoeth are fantastic. And their what were the Lion Warriors of Krace, I think they were called. Those guys were pretty good too, but I don't know. I felt like I was getting far more bang for my buck out of Lizardmen than I was for my infantry than I was High Elves. I don't know. Ranged wise, I don't think there was anything to compete with them. Keep going. You can afford it. I guess so. One is news about the Peripherals movie. What about the game Gadget promoted? You mean Peripherals 28 Men? It's out now. Or it's been out since like November. I was actually, believe it or not, I was actually sent a an English dubbed copy of the movie. And the English dubbing was alright, but I think I'm always the person who would much rather read the subtitles and listen to the original dubbing, because it doesn't feel as forced and out of place. So yeah, you could find Peripherals 28 Men on iTunes. I know that, because that's where I was sent. And the game guys are promoted, Enlisted, there's no info on it right now. They're still developing it, as far as I know. Just, we haven't heard anything. None of the content creators have. Okay. Huh. Honestly, I thought I was going to be, like, super prepared to actually do something interesting with Steel Beast tonight, but after warming up, I realized how much I've forgotten since I don't play this game too often. I've got to, like, refamiliarize myself with a bunch of vehicles, so... What time is it? Nearly midnight? Yeah, I think I may end up having to call it for the evening, because I do actually have work tomorrow, and I want to make sure that I get up at a relatively decent time tomorrow morning to work on tomorrow's video, or this weekend's video. So... Anyways, yeah, I think I'm going to call it here, guys. I realize this is a very, very short stream for me, but I don't really feel like playing War Thunder tonight, and if I'm going to do some more Steel Beasts, I think I'm going to have to sit down and do some more training sessions and talk to, maybe get somebody like Maximus in here, who has quite a bit of experience with Steel Beasts and can teach me the ropes a little bit better. So, anyways, thank you guys all for hanging out. Thank you, Rad Gamer, as always, man. You are beyond generous in it, and words fail me. So thank you as always, and I will see you guys either tomorrow night or Saturday during the middle of the day. So see you guys then.